So I get pleasure out of it, but not cash dividend from it. But in a social business, I can take back the investment money. Whatever I have invested, I can get it back. That's the idea. So CSR, while it remains still in the philanthropy side, social business is very much in the business side because you own the company. Social business is a company. You own the company. You don't take any dividend. You take money back what you have invested. Exactly the same amount that you invested over a period of time. So that's one. There's another word, two things which kind of come very close. People can ask questions. Social entrepreneurship. People say, this is a part of the social entrepreneurship. It is. But social entrepreneurship is very different. It's a much, much wider idea. Where anything you want to do for the society in an entrepreneurial way qualifies you to become social entrepreneur. You want to solve the problem of traffic congestion by putting some people to guide the traffic and so on. You become a social entrepreneur because you did something to solve a problem. But that is not a business. Social entrepreneurship doesn't always relate to business. Social entrepreneurship mostly is referred to NGO activity. You have done something to solve the problem, help people, you take the initiative, so you are a social entrepreneur. You could be in business also, but you are making money for yourself. But you did it something which also helped people. So you are a social entrepreneur, but not a social business. Social business is a part, a very small part of the social entrepreneurship, but it is a very clear domain where certain conditions have to be fulfilled to make you a social business. So these are kind of clarification of it. Are people interested in that? I don't know. It's up to people to decide whether they feel like doing something. It's my experience, it's my feeling, and I expressed it. But I was surprised that many people started taking interest. While we are doing it in Bangladesh, some small social businesses, some big companies from the West started contacting us. We didn't go to them, we didn't try to explain to them, this is a good idea, you should invest. It just happened. They volunteered. The first one was the one became well known now, the Grameen Danone company that we created. It's a joint venture with Danone. We produce yogurt, Shokti Doi. And it is the purpose of the company is to bring nutrition to the malnourished children. And we don't want to make money out of that company for ourselves, neither Danone nor Grameen. The whole purpose is to solve the problem of massive malnutrition among the children in Bangladesh. If it is successful, we all feel happy that it worked. If it is not successful, we tried, but we couldn't come up with a social business solution to that. Maybe somebody else can improve it and so on. Luckily, the studies that have been made on Shokti Doi, they have come up with very good results. That yes, it has made a very genuine positive impact in the health of the children who are eating this Shokti Doi. So then if it is established, then this becomes a social business. We have other joint ventures with Veolia Water Company to bring water in the arsenic affected areas. One small area that we are trying it out. We have joint venture with Adidas, we have joint ventures with BSF, joint venture with Uniqlo, a big Japanese company. Another Japanese company, Yukuguni Maitake, a joint venture. So we have several joint ventures. I'm mentioning this, that is, we didn't know them, but they sought us out. So that means it created some kind of resonance in their mind also. And now, lots of things are happening. People are coming up, people are creating academic programs, Institute of Social Business, chairs for social business, centers for social business in the university campuses. Courses are being offered. So that's also something very positive. This month, at the end of this month, there will be an Asian Forum of Social Business in Japan. And they will bring lots of Japanese companies and Japanese universities, young people, to discuss, also other countries will participate, Asian countries, to discuss how to apply social business idea in their respective countries. And Japan will be focusing on solving or addressing to solve the problem of earthquake victims, because this is a major thing in their society right now. How to apply the idea of social business in addressing the problem of earthquake victims. And by the end of the year, in November 10, 11, 12, there will be a global summit on social business. It will be in Vienna. Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has accepted the invitation to come. And President Dilma from Brazil, she has accepted it. And several other leaders like Commissioner from European Union, Michel Barnier, he has accepted to come. So we are hoping a lot of people will come. Business community, business top leaders will come. So I hope with this discussion we will also have some discussions on this subject, how to proceed with that, if it's interesting to you. It's nothing binding, nothing, we are not appealing for you should do it or something like that. Simply saying this is a scope, this is a possibility, we may try that. And we are very happy that Rokia Rahman announced the other day, the Social Business Day, that she would like to set up a social business herself. So that's another important thing that somebody does that. So I'll stop here and let you raise some questions so that we have some interaction and some clarification. Thank you very much.
Good address really does the basic concerning the social business. I would like to express our gratitude for the way you have brought the subject within our mental reach. I feel that the way Professor Yunus has expounded the subject of social business to us, that will help us to pass the knowledge to others that we have gained here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I should like to convey my personal appreciation to the vast knowledge he has put at our disposal this afternoon. With this word, I would like to declare the opening of the floor. As Professor Yunus has said, he will take some questions from the floor so that he can explain the things in more details for our better understanding. So, I've got some names from here, those who are interested to ask questions. To start with, one of our distinguished members, Munuddin Monem. Munuddin Monem will the first, you got the first chance. Where are you?
And share my personal sentiment with the personality of Bangladesh that made Bangladesh be proud around the globe. Thank you, sir. I welcome you to AmCham. Let me just take 1 minute on the revisiting, like Dr. Gofur has said. In 1994, when I was a student, I'm told by my professor, Kash Rangan at Harvard, Mone, would you go and write a paper on Grameen, critiquing Grameen, criticize Grameen, what wrong they have done, what they're doing something different should have been done. A very personal statement, but after 17 years, I'm sharing with you again. Probably now, Kash will not say this, probably, you know, the student, because you've proven yourself to be a world leader. But what I will share with you on that paper, my first statement was from Rabindranath Tagore. I saw the same spirit in you, today. And the spirit of Rabindranath was, there they stand mute, heads bowed, on their pale faces chronicle the suffering of centuries, on their backs they bear the burden of centuries ever growing. They do not know whose door they should turn into for justice. So, slowly looking into the world of the poor, of the despair, slowly they die. Nobody for them to. The first loan you have given to Sarah Khatun, the bamboo shooter, for 2 cents, how she can make $4. That was the tricks in my mind. And I wrote to the paper, was cost of capital, but I didn't find much of the distance from your thinking and the thinking of the social justice that Islam has said. the similarities of diversity of social justice of Islam, and you have brought in after so many thinking. So I will request you also to put some shade on that thinking, how similar your thinking of social business with the Islamic business thinking of similarity of the social justice. So why did I say the Robinat quote? Because when I see your social business, the spirit that you bring in as an individual, I think it is not institution, but it's a personal and a charismatic leader that you talk about. But I'm afraid, my second question to you would be, how can you sustain this leadership? Unfortunately, I've seen in Grameen, without you, Grameen seems minus something very infinity. I mean, you minus Grameen minus Dr. Yunus is a big gap, the gap you talk about. So how do you see, without you, this social business, the concept that you brought in? Unfortunately, in the room, you see most of us, we are driven by profit. It energizes people for dividends. But of the 7 concepts you have in social business, your very important concept, dividend, is missing. So I would think that without you, this concept that you are, like Grameen Phone, Grameen Bank, this microcredit, even Brad, for example, without Dr. Abed, with all due respect, where do you see with people like yourselves, you can take it to the next generations, or will they buy into it? So that would be my very humble submission to you. Thank you, sir.
I'm sure people who know both worlds well to see the converge, overlap, or how big overlap is, how thin the overlap is, etc. But definitely, all religions talk about paying attention to the poor, help the people's. The moment the other door opens, you'll see how many of them will become champions of this and make a mark on the whole world that yes, I have done something which was totally different and made so many impacts on so many people. So that's how it will grow. Just because it's not done now doesn't mean it cannot be done in future. The door didn't exist, so we never took that door. If now we see somebody said there is a door out here, and I'll go and knock and say, I can open this door, and it looks beautiful out there, and I can play a role in that. So this is how it will keep happening. You'll be surprised in 5 years, 10 years time, how many of them who were known as a very hard-nosed businessman and did wonderful things for the society because they created their creativity and business knowledge. Because in many of the philanthropies, we don't have that. So philanthropy is about writing a check, so you don't give yourself. But social business, you are the central part of the whole thing. You remain totally involved in it. And that's what makes the whole thing very different. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I will come to you, Appa. Thank you. Next question is Mr. Hassan Mazumdar, the country director, Asia Foundation.
Very an honor for Bangladesh to have you. Not just Bangladesh, the world and the entire world. And thank you for coming to this AmCham meeting today. Again, on social business, I have 2-part question. One is, as we get to know more about social business, and from today's presentation, I, for myself, have learned a bit more about social business. I see some street children, vendors, they're selling those books, and I have bought one of your books, by the way, but I only could complete the first few pages. Just for my clarification, you are not suggesting that all businesses become social businesses, right? So the traditional businesses would be there, but side by side, you are suggesting that the social businesses could also evolve, right? And the second question is, in a country like Bangladesh, we have 2 very vibrant societies. One is the business society, business community, and the other one is the civil society. So my question is, where do you see the role, the respective role of business community and the civil society in taking this social business forward? Because traditionally we have seen the civil society and the business community, they have a bit of acrimonious relationship, a bit of confrontational relationship. But on this one, I see there is a possibility of convergence of the 2 interests. So if you can clarify on that one. Thank you very much. I'm suggesting that we...
Oh yes, yeah. The one that I would like to say that the presentation I was making, I was saying that the business world today is standing on one leg. That's the point I was making. Other leg is missing. That's why all the imbalances, all the troubles begin, all the crisis comes, because we are standing on one leg. Leg which is keeps us holding ourselves up on selfishness. And once you're focused on selfishness, everything else is missed out. So I'm suggesting, why don't you put the other leg into this? Selflessness leg. So we have two legs. We are not ignoring the first leg. It's a very important part. Now we put the selfless leg onto it. We have a balanced existence. So it's a question of how eager we are to put up that leg. Do we really feel that it's part of me? I'm not saying that there are some people who are selfless, some people who are selfish. My point is, every human being is selfish, every human being is equally selfless. But we never discovered that, because our theory never gave us a door for that. So I'm saying, let's open that door and make it happen. So I'm not against the conventional businesses. I'm saying there's a space missing, or there's a space unoccupied. So that's what it is. So this is your first question. And of course, the second question, it will bring the civil societies. So social business is good for anybody. Any individual can do this. Any collective group can do it. Any business house can do it. Any government can do it. It's not barred from anybody. You want to solve a problem, go ahead, solve it. And solving the problem of 10 beggars is not a mega problem. It's a problem within our means. And if you just spend a few hours, you have a brilliant idea and in action. It takes a little money. But you did that. If you now solve the problem of 10 beggars, you are not capable of solving the problem of 10 million beggars. Because you know how to address this issue. You got the concept right. You develop the seed of it. If you develop the seed, all you need is multiplying the seed and plant it. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. In a row, we have the third. Yeah, I can see a lot of hand raised, and I'm sure today I'm going to lose some of my good friends. I don't think. The next is Rukia Abdul Rahman.
Thank you. During lunch, another lady came up to me, and she said that, Appa, I've got inherited property from my father. What will I do? I want to do social work. So there were two, the same
two now.
Two. She is in IT, so she's going to do social business in IT. I've been thinking in agriculture, but the more I think about social business, I know I can do it. I think it's doable and it's workable. But I'm going to share today some of the views of the business people that I've met since then. There were a group of business people that I was sitting with, and they said, are you crazy? You're going to do business, you're going to put up your time, you're going to put up your money, you're going to take a risk, and no profits. Sounds crazy. So I said, it makes me happy. I've been thinking about it. It makes me happy. Let's see who is the winner of the last. The other thought that has come to me is I have heard people say that I have 35 acres of land in Brahmanbari, I want to put up an old home. I hear a young businessman say, my father has got land in Sabah, he wants to put up an old home. Somebody says he wants to put up an orphanage. So for me, social business means at the end, after I make my profits, I will be investing in these projects. I will be investing in education, I'll be investing in old homes, orphanages. My business will be producing these instead of me directing, which is the tradition in Bangladesh. The tradition in Bangladesh is to put up an old home or yatim khana school. I think if I can do business and the business keeps generating, even when I'm dead, the business keeps generating money and that money goes into other ventures which are social, good for society. Those ventures. So I think businessmen can tie both. Instead of doing business just for profit one and doing philanthropy like yatim khanas and things, you can do business and then invest in those later on. So I think I'm committed to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving this happy news that another person also committed. And you said the key word, happiness. When we say we want to make money, as a profit. We are all businessmen here, businesswomen here. We want to make money. What does the money represent to us? Happiness. That we are happy. We are successful. If providing income opportunity for 10 beggars, I'm keeping back to the same example because it tells you the story. If that makes me happy, so I'm getting something. I got happiness in this business, I get happiness in this business too. Money is not the only happiness. So equate entire happiness with money, that's where we went wrong. There are many other kinds of happiness. And one happiness may be stronger than other happiness. People usually say, no, money has the stronger happiness. I said, you have not touched other happiness. That's more explosive than this happiness. You just try it first, then you'll find out. So that's the whole key word, happiness. What makes me happy? What is this my life all about? This morning before I came here, I was in a meeting, I was just telling John about it. A young man who studies in Stanford, he came to see me because he has some burning issues that he must discuss with me. So I gave him the time before I come here. He happens to be a son of a multi-billion-dollar person. I know his father very well, in New York City. So he came, he has his burning sensation is about social business. And during the discussion, at one point he says, you know my father very well. I said, I do. And he has lots of wealth. Yes, I am very familiar with that. He said, but I'm not interested in it. I tell my dad, I don't want your money. I want to be myself. So I'm looking for myself. That's why I came here. So I gave him what I could do. Now, after discussion with me, he's going to Bogra to see the Danone factory and to see our eye care hospital, which are social businesses, to understand how does it operate, what is it, what is the thing that drives people. So he's looking for himself. So this is it. And I told him, I said, well, people make money like your father made money to have happiness and recognition and kind of feeling success. Now you are saying, I'm not interested. Dad, I'm not interested in your money. That takes away his pleasure. So you are looking for yourself. So this is the dilemma of the whole thing. Why are we making all this money? When my son says, I'm not interested. So we have to answer that question.
Thank you. The next question will come from Firoz from Microsoft. The country director, Firoz. He sent his name. Okay. So Ishad Ahmed, our former president of AmCham. Ishad.
Pleasure for me to having the opportunity to ask direct question to Professor Yunus. It's really a dream for me. My question, in fact, I have two questions. It's a very direct question. First one is, what's the difference between social marketing and social business? And the second question is, do you think that we have adequate law in this country to govern the social business? Because, we are facing a lot of hassles with the government agencies. So what will happen in case of the social companies, those who will run the social business?
Doesn't need a special kind of environment. You, just like everybody else, they will be fighting their way. Go through the same thing. Only thing we mention in our discussion, in our writing, the social business should not ask for any special favor from the government. No tax exemption because I'm a social business. No special green channel because I'm a social business. No privileges whatsoever. This is again for self-protection. The moment you give any privilege of any kind, then the fake people will get in to have this special privilege. So we don't want to do that. Again, I missed the first question. Social marketing. First question, is social marketing a business? Does it give dividend? Is it sustainable? So if they fulfill all the conditions, then it's a social business. Does it solve a problem? So we go through the checklist and see if it fulfills it, it becomes a social business. That's it.
Thank you. We have Mr. Mahmoud.
Story on what Professor Yunus says. Possibly we are a little bit overselling, taking the Grameen fund to the IPO route in Bangladesh. It was, initial proposal was of course dual listing in Dhaka as well as in London. That was nullified by the Telenor board. And then when we did succeed with our bit of overselling with the Telenor board, the owning, majority owning company of Grameenphone, then only one question was raised by the big man at Oslo, 2005, 2nd of December. What would be the reaction of the great professor? So we had tough time in delineating the borrowers of, especially the lady, into the process of sharing the success of Grameenphone while they were thinking of going to the IPO route. So our lawyers, legal counsel in Hong Kong, they had to work day and night to make sure professor's desire is being executed seamlessly. And it took 4 years to come back that yes, sharing Grameenphone successes with the small borrowers of Grameen Bank as well as all the investors in the capital market of Grameenphone. So that was the reinforcing story what Professor Yunus was telling. Now my two questions. One is US banks, especially JP Morgan Chase and Citigroup, they started to focus on this not-for-profit business, especially in the States of America. So my question would be, how do you differentiate between for-profit business and social business? This is one. And number, how do you differentiate between social business and halla being raised on the people concept, people and planet. So these were questions, and I will be answers. Thank you.
Not-for-profit companies, basically this is a framework for NGOs. That's what they are known as not-for-profit companies, not-for-profit enterprises. So not necessarily their business, because they require them to do business. So social are registered as business. So you submit your balance sheet every year, or you go through the same procedure as any other company will do. Only thing you are adding that shareholders decided they are not going to take dividend beyond their investment value. That's the only difference. But not-for-profit business still unknown quantity because it's a wide open. It's when you say this is a not-for-profit organization, it meaning it's an NGO, meaning that it takes charities, grants, and that sort of thing. So that's the difference. So it's two different kinds of categories. One belongs to the charity world, philanthropic world, another belongs to the business world, and follows all the business rules and make it more restrictive, saying that we do not want any special favor just because we're social business. Any favor that our businesses get, we should get the same favor if there is a favor. Otherwise, we go to the same channel, same window, same door, no difference whatsoever. So we make it very. On the second part of the question again, I keep using the second part of the first part, that you don't compromise on the first one. That's the nature of the business. It's not that you are deceiving us, you're doing that, because your eyes are fixed on the stock market. And the stock market is not kind to you just because you're kind to environment or something else. They understand only one language, one word. And that is the only bottom line which is effective. Others are nice to decorate.
In the next question, I saw some hand raised from the back table. Somebody was raising. Sangeeta?
Very small question that I think you will see at least 8 or 10 professionals here. We are accountants, lawyers, and doctors maybe. So in what way do you think that in our capacity, like we will not get into business maybe at any time, but in what way do you think we can contribute to this cause of social business? If you would kindly let us know. And since everybody has stories, there's only one small story to share. I know someone who made her 1-year-old daughter the entire Nobel Prize awarding ceremony, so that when she grew up, she said I was there too when history was being made. Thank you very much.
For all of us, no matter what we do in our life, we are human beings. So this comes from our common identity. It's not using our special talent or special job, special lifestyle. So we can do as much as anybody else. You don't have to be in business to become involved in social business. You don't have to run it. We can all create ideas of business. You all can identify a problem and then invite others how to design a business to solve the problem. And we create, if you think enough, you'll see professional people have been lots of experience to come up with their technology, their ideas to make it stick. And I'm explaining that idea is the core of the social business. If you have the idea, money is not a problem. Because all social businesses begin very small. And we insist that you begin very small. Once you're successful as a small one, then the world is yours. You can expand it as fast as you can go, as big as you can go. So along the way, money will start coming in. Because today we have a very strange situation. Strange situation because we keep talking about social businesses, and I've listed some of the social businesses which are actually here in Bangladesh. But globally, you see ideas of some social business, not quite in place and making round the business yet. But there are social business funds that are being created. Funds are created. This is already created. Money is waiting. So the money is ahead of the actual work. Unlike many of the things people say, where is the money coming from? I said, money is waiting for you. Do you have an idea? I just came from this trip that I had. I was involved in creating a fund in Paris called Grameen Credit Agricole Social Business Fund. Credit Agricole is the top bank in France, the second largest bank in Europe. They want to create a fund, and we are finalizing. They're asking me all the questions which to keep it as a pure social business so that they don't make any mistake. So it's already there. India has 2 social business funds already with the money waiting. So they have started investing in small social businesses. Monaco is in the process of creating a social business fund. Already a fund in action in Haiti called Haiti Social Business Fund. So there are already funds. There are 2 social businesses in the making in Bangladesh. One to the initiative of IDB, Islamic Development Bank. Another to the initiative of Japanese Foreign Aid Agency, JICA. So these are the possibilities that we see happening. So I would say ideas that how do we make this idea? What is it that we want to do? How do you create a business idea?
Thank you, sir. So to make a general utilization, we have 3 gents, 3 men talk. Had made a question. So we have the last lady here. She's Sayyida Muna she's the director in charge of the Foreign Ministry of UN Desk.